Dear students, welcome to the e-learning session. This initiative has been taken by Cambridge International School, the SUA. Hello, I am Navdeep, working as PGTIP here. I hope students you are all taking care at home. Also take care of your parents. So, focusing on the topic, I hope that the topics that we have covered in Python, you also practice that at home also, because practicing is very important. Just going through the theory is not going to solve the purpose, so you will have to practice a bit. So today students, we are going to start a new topic, that is introduction to dictionary. What is dictionary? This is another data type of Python and how it is used in Python. So before we go into details, just have a look at the topics that we have covered till date. Data types. The dictionary also falls under one of the data type. Operators, expression, precedence of operators, in which hierarchy the operators will be evaluated, debugging, functions and control statements. Here in functions we basically cover the input and output functions, and in control statements we cover the three types of if statement. Then for loop, clear, where we need repetition, there we apply for loop. It is also called a one of the iteration statement. Then we started the another data type, that is the list, that is the ordered one. Here the items appear in a particular order. Just to revise the introduction to list, it is a data type ordered, which is mutable, means its elements can be changed. So unlike a string which consists of only characters, here we can use mixed elements. Elements in a list are enclosed in a square bracket and separated by comma. So we can identify that this data type is a dictionary or a list uh, or tuple. So by looking at if there we have used the square brackets, we straightforward we can say that this is the use of a list. Students, next operations we applied on the list, accessing a element in the list. Lists are mutable, means its values can be changed. List operations, operations like concatenation, how we can basically uh, combine two list. Repetition, a element can be repeated here also. Then membership, we can check whether a member is present in the list or not. That is how we apply the membership operation. And finally the slicing. But here the slicing is very important, because slicing is not used in list but in various other data structures also. Slicing means the part of a list. You can also say a subset of a list. So then we applied the basic operation, traversing. What is traversing is, that is accessing each element of a list by using any of the loop, either by for loop or by a while loop. So students, coming to our today's topic, that is the what is dictionary is basically. The data type dictionary falls under mapping, that you have seen in the earlier diagrams. It is the mapping between a set of keys and a value. So here we have basically two set of values. One is keys and another is called values. So that's why it is called a mapping between key and values. The key value pair is called an item. So an item consists of a key and a corresponding value. A key is separated its value by the colon, and consecutive items are separated by commas. Items in dictionary are unordered, so we may not get back the data in the same order in which we had entered the data initially in the dictionary. So that is unlike the list, this is the unordered data type. So the next important question that comes into mind is how to create a dictionary. To create a dictionary, the items entered are separated by commas and enclosed by curly brackets. So students, see here, where we have used the curly brackets, we straightforward say that this is the dictionary. As from the square brackets, we came to know that this is a list. Each item is a key value pair. So this is from which the combination of basic how an item is defined and separated through column. The keys in the dictionary must be unique and should be of any immutable data type, that is, they can be number also, string or tuple. The values can be repeated and can be of any data type. So these are the basic points about the dictionary. So we will go to the now applied part. So before that, you can just have a look at the example. Here is the, you see here in step number 1 we have created a empty dictionary. So we have used, for this we have used curly brackets. If we use here a square brackets, so this will create a empty list. We'll do it practically now. Then the dict 3, this is the dict 3 is the dictionary that maps the names of the students to the marks in percentage. So here we have the first key, clear Mohan and its corresponding value. This Ram is a key and this is its corresponding value. So that's why this combination is called key value pair. Clear? And this is Sohail and its corresponding percentage in marks, and so on. So similarly, we can say the contents by just entering dict 3, that is the name of the dictionary, and we can see the contents. So now student will move to the Python interface. We'll use the Jupyter notebook to do some practical part on the dictionary. So students, starting with the empty dictionary. So just name this one and use these curly brackets, and when you do type this one, just run this one, so you will get that this is an empty dictionary. If we want to create an empty list, clear, so how, just revise that also. Clear, we have to just name it as, let's say this is a list, remove just this with the curly brackets and mention the name of the variable, that is the list one, and just run this one. So brackets, these square brackets means that now we are talking of a list here, and these curly brackets means we are talking of a dictionary. So moving to our main topic, that is the we have to work on today on the dictionary itself. So first we will create now a dictionary. So now I am creating a dictionary, not blank this time, just putting up some values. So like I name it dictionary 2. So my first is a name, let's say Mohan, and then the corresponding value for this, let's say his marks, .95, and let's say the second student, his name is Ram and his corresponding score is, let's say 89. Then the next student, let's say his name is Suhail and his corresponding marks is 92. And finally we have another student, Sangeeta, and his corresponding marks is, let's say 85. Clear? To just to see the data, just dictionary 2, go to the run option, and we see now we have, this is new, and now we have, this is Mohan is called a key and this is its value, key and value. So this is a key value pair now we have. Clear? Clear? So that is combined together is called a item, where we have a combination of key and its corresponding value, that is also called a item. Clear? So this is how we have created a dictionary. Now next is accessing. How to accessing an item in a dictionary. So let's say I want to access now. I will supply here the value. Let's say Mohan, and just run this one. So you will see that I have entered the value in a square bracket. Clear? Like we use it in the here list, and I have entered the key. My Mohan here is a key, and you find the corresponding value of the uh, value of Mohan key is basically displayed here. So let's say you want to enter some different value. So let's say I enter Sohail this time. You run this one. So what do you find here? That you are able to see the marks of percentage of Sohail. So we have to just mention here the key and we can access an item. So let's say student, if let's say we enter some wrong value, let's say we enter here Sonu, but Sonu is not, key value is not here. So when you run this, so you get the error as key error. So this type of error we already told that this is a syntax error. So we have also to keep in mind of these things. Now next is, if we have to apply the membership operation in a dictionary. So see students how this is done. So what I have to do here, let us say I enter here Sangeeta in dictionary 2. So when you run this one, so you will get the result in the form of true and false, because student Sangeeta is there in the list, so that's why you get the true. So we have already applied this membership operation in list also. Similarly we have to apply this one. So if I enter some wrong spelling here like this, so you will find that false, because Sangeet is not present in the dictionary. So we have to take care of all these points very carefully, because membership operation gives the answer in the form of true and false one. So going to the next point, that dictionary is mutable. So now what do you mean by mutable? Let's say I want to adding a item in the dictionary. So let's say what I do here now, this time I want to enter a new data inside this one. So what I will do in dictionary 2, I want to enter, let's say, a new name. So let's take it as Navdeep, and I want to assign his percentages, let's say 78. So when I clear, finally I will also like to see whether that is present in the dictionary or not. Run this one. So you see here Navdeep is now present at the last. Clear? So this is how we can add a item in the dictionary. That's why the dictionary is called mutable, means its value can be changed. Either we can insert, add a value, delete a value, or update a value. So next is, if you want to modify the item. So let's say I want to update the marks of Ram now. That's also very important operation. So his marks are 89, so let's say his marks are changed to 91. So when you run this one, so you need see now the Ram's marks has been updated to 91. So by this way we can say that the dictionaries are mutable, its values can be updated added. Clear? So these are the operation we can apply. Next we move to the another operation, that is traversing the dictionary, means accessing its elements. How we are going to access its elements? Now see here, the same way as we have done in list, so we'll do here uh, for the dictionary. So we'll do this operation by using a for loop. So what we will mention in a for loop: for is a keyword, then the key of the uh, dictionary. Clear? In mention the dictionary. My dictionary's name is dictionary 2. So colon, then indentation automatically happens. Print. So first I want to print the key, then separated by a colon, and then I finally want to see the value. So how I will access value in dictionary 2 with its corresponding value as a index. So you run this one. So by this way you are able to see that first is Mohan. Mohan is acting as a key, and how I have accessed the value using the name of the dictionary and providing the key as index. Clear? So first is Mohan appearing, then Ram, then Suhail, and finally Singita. So this is how I can traverse the dictionary. Friends, we have one more method for doing the same one, that we can name it as, let's say, method 2. So see how this is applied. We'll be using the for loop, and with the key we'll also mention the value also as a control variable, and then in the this condition part we'll mention this dictionary 2 dot items. So this is a method we have applied here. Then here we are just going to pass key and its corresponding value. Clear? So students, what we have done in the control variable, we have mentioned key and its value, and in the for loop in this is keyword, then we have mentioned dictionary 2, and we have applied the items method over here built in. This is a built-in method, and we'll just print the same way key and its corresponding value. So the method has basically changed now. So you go to this run option, so you see the same output here again. Clear? So what we have done here, we have supplied in the control variable key and value, and here in the this is in the control variable, and this is where our range or sequence falls in. So here we have mentioned dictionary and items, first by item first, then second, and so on. Clear? And then we have printed the key and its corresponding value. So key is my Mohan, and its marks are acting as a value. So this is the second method. So similarly we can apply few built-in functions over the dictionary. So let's say we start with the first one. So what we want to do, we want to find the length of the dictionary. So len, the same way we have applied in list also. So you just run on, and you will find the how many what is the length we are having, how many values are there in the dictionary. So this basically gives us the key and value pairs, how many keys and their corresponding value pair are there. So basically 4 pair are there. This is a key value 1 pair, this is key value second, a key value third pair, and this is a key value fourth pair. So how many key value pair are there, that is returned by the length function. If we want to see the values as the output, so dictionary 2 dot values function will apply in this. So this will just display the values only, not the keys. So you run this one, so you will get all the values of the dictionary in the form of a list. So these square brackets denote that this is a list. Similarly, we have used the word items. So you can define what is a item. Here is, you run this one, So students, you can see the item is basically a key value combination. This is item number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the item should be clear, the word should be clear that item is a key value pair is called a item. So these are the few basic built-in functions that we apply on dictionary. So if I want to remove all the items from the list, so just use the clear function, and you after that you see the dictionary, and you see here when you run this one, so now you are left with the empty dictionary. You started with empty and we are ending with the empty dictionary. So students, like this we have number of built-in operations that we can apply on the dictionary. So my request to all is that these are the basic operations, apply these one, because after application you will learn very quickly. So this is very important that we practice these operations. So finally coming back to our PPT. So students, I thank you all for attending the session. Hope you have found the session interesting. So thank you very much for attending the session.